Today, we're gonna look at like all of the craft projects that I've done over the last couple of months. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them, and if there was one that you missed that you would like to see the replay, just let me know in the comments and I'll get you the replay so you can go directly there. Anyways, I thought this would be fun. I haven't done a craft review in a while, and let's start with this. This was the adorable t-shirt that we made here on DIY last week, and it says bless your heart, and then I haven't done the back of this one, but it has these adorable sleeves. So that was super fun. Let me know if you want to see that video. And then now I'm just going to kind of jump around, and what I want to start with are a whole bunch of projects that I did with bling from Totally Dazzled. And where to even start? Well, these were fun. These were 6-sided stuffed pumpkins that I showed you guys how to make a few weeks ago. They're really easy. There is no sewing. This was just hot glue. It was one of my favorite crafts, and I think the little bling at the top really adds a lot. I have more. Let me grab them. I have too much stuff on my craft desk today. Oh my goodness. And I had to wander through my house to see what have I made. I can't even remember because a lot of this stuff is in action in my house. This was a chenille bedspread, 6-sided pumpkin, and here's a littler one with that adorable bling on it. Let's see. Speaking of bling, did you guys see these cute bracelets that I made a little while ago with zippers? These are vintage zippers that I picked up a whole package of them at a thrift store in Oregon, and I showed how to make these flowers. And then I put some little bling from Totally Dazzled in there. And let me know if you would like my link if you want to hop over and see what they have available. This was another project that I made. There's no Totally Dazzled here, but it's the zipper button flowers. We need to do that again soon. It was so much fun. I loved those. Okay, here's another project that we did a little while ago. I made this Christmas tree out of rolled sheet music. Isn't it cute? And bling. And I think it was on the same video I showed you how you can make champagne cork tassels using sheet music or book pages. I put a little lace on it, and I put a little bling that has a coastal theme for my Christmas tree this year. That was fun too. Also, here's another tassel that I made using some Totally Dazzled bling. This is part of their coastal set, and I'm going to use it on my Christmas tree. And in case you're wondering, what is this? This is Sari, S-A-R-I, strips. It's strips of silk that I ordered on Amazon. Let me know if you want that link. It's beautiful. And yeah. Okay, then one day we did candle garters, and this was kind of fun. What do you guys think so far? Am I going too fast or too slow? Tell me, because I feel like I'm going a little fast, but I don't want you to be bored as we're going along. So I loved this. And I think around that same time I showed you guys how to make pulled string burlap flowers. I've done this many times here. And I added a little piece of Totally Dazzled bling in the center. Okay, and I have a couple more projects that are Totally Dazzled, and then we'll keep going. And what I want you guys to see is that we do a huge variety of crafts here. We're not just making signs, okay? And that's important to me because I just don't want you to ever get bored. Ever. Ever, ever. So, and plus I get bored of myself if I'm doing the same thing all the time. So this was another project that we did with Totally Dazzled. This is a book stack that I painted black, and then I did the little gold on it. And I used this stencil from magnoliadiy.com that says you were created for such a time as this. And then I used a piece of their Cameo collection bling in antique bronze, and I thought that turned out beautiful. Okay, and then the last projects that I see on my desk right now that have Totally Dazzled bling on them, we made these just last week. This is vintage lace, vintage doilies, and cameos. And this one I created a pin so you could wear it on a jacket or on a pretty outfit as a brooch. This is me 100%. This is my colors, my textures, my glue strings. I'm seeing them everywhere. So that was one that we made that day. We also made this cute little ornament on a mini embroidery hoop. I thought that was pretty cute. And then we made this one to be a magnet that could be added to a project, like a silver platter or something. So those were super fun. I have had a fabulous time being an affiliate for Totally Dazzled, and I'm going to keep going. And because I did not know that I like bling. The thing is, I don't like all bling. I like bling that's less blingier. In fact, let me show you something since I'm thinking about that. And stay with me because I have so much more to show you. And if you didn't see some of these videos, you can let me know and I'll be glad to go back and look for it. Okay, so this is what I think of when I think of bling. And that is beautiful, but these are from Totally Dazzled. They have lovely things. They're just not really my style, so I did not know that I liked bling until they made me a bling pack of my own that had more understated bling pieces that looked to me more like vintage buttons. And I love this antique bronze style the best. So anyways, so I'm going to keep adding bling to our projects because it turns out I love it. And somebody was just asking me, what is this company? As soon as I'm finished here, I will get you a link so you can go to my website for Totally Dazzled. Okay, let's jump around and let's talk some more about pumpkins. This was a project that I did a little while ago, and then I replayed it recently. It was a wood cutting board that we made into something that resembles a pumpkin, and I stenciled it with a stencil from magnoliadiy.com called Flower Power. We made this little stacked bow. That same day, I had purchased a whole bunch of corks when I was in Oregon visiting my son at a thrift store, so I was determined to make some more cork crafts. So these are just little pumpkins, or pumpkinish items, little doodads that have acorn caps on the top and moss. And then this one's tied together with jute, this one's plain, and I just painted them. Easy, easy, easy peasy. Speaking of corks, this was a project that we did a few weeks ago. I made this cross out of little groupings, little like flower groupings of corks, and it's built on this. And I didn't jazz this one up very much, but I did have another one, which I'm not sure where it is, that I made that same day. And it was a little more jazzed up. So this is, you guys, hot glue. With hot glue, you can conquer the world. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so let's jump to this. This was a recent craft, and I loved it. What did I call this? Copper. I can't remember what I called this video, but if you missed it, let me know and I'll get you a link to it to watch it. What I did basically was, this was a really ugly creamy yellow colored pumpkin, and so was this, from Dollar Tree. So I repainted them with my favorite color, Waverly Chalk paint, called Plaster. And then I used the Magnolia DIY.com copper chalk paste, glittering copper, to do all this business on it. And then I stenciled a bunch of leaves that I made out of brown craft paper, sheet music, and book pages, but I don't think oh, okay, here's the book page. And then I showed how to create this little vignette, which I've messed up, but let me show it to you so you can kind of see what is in here. And then I'll fluff it back up before I take it out to my family room to put it on back on my bookshelf. In the bottom, I have gum leaf balls from my yard from last year. I have a little piece of faux bittersweet, and we also made feathers that I popped in there out of old book pages. So this was really fun. I loved it. Did you guys see this one? By the way, as I'm going along, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, there's so many great ideas here, please consider spring. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. This was a project that my son and I, Noah and I, did on Christ and Crafting a few weeks ago, using these little breadboards that you can get from Walmart and stencils from MagnoliaDIY.com, and then torch paste. And they were just fun. This is easy, and the torch paste, in case you're wondering, it does not hurt stencils at all. There's a lot of things that you can put on stencils that will hurt them for sure, but torch paste is not one of them. Torch paste is just fine. Okay, this was kind of a different and fun project that we did, a few weeks ago. And this is a stencil from MagnoliaDIY.com that looks like a vintage sewing machine. And I just took some little notions and so forth. I'm still looking for a thimble and for a little wood seam ripper to add to it. But this reminds me of my grandmother. And so let me know if you would like to see that video. Let's look at Craft Club for just a minute. Okay, so, and I want you to understand, these projects, I made 8. I'm not sure if I have all 8 collected. They were made with the stencil that came in the August 2023 Craft Club box. Every month you get a new project with a new stencil, with medium, with doodads. There's a video, there's everything you need to do a whole project, to learn how to do this, and to experiment and do a variety. And so, if you're watching this in September or October or November or December or next year in 2024, this stencil is not available anymore. The stencils are exclusive to the month Craft Club box that they were released in. So, this was the project for August. It's a little 12 by 12 pillow. We got everything in it, and it says, "Grow Happy Thoughts." And here are a bunch of other projects that I have made. This was just very recent. This I called a practically no-sew ruffled tea towel, and I showed you guys how you can make these little ruffles using jelly roll fabrics, which, if you don't know what a jelly roll is, ask me for the video and I'll give you a link and you can check it out. They're pretty cool to craft with. Anyways, so this was just a decorative tea towel that I made using that same stencil. This was a kind of cool and different piece of art where we decoupaged an old piece of dictionary page onto a canvas, and then I stenciled, and then I colored. I thought that turned out pretty interesting. Here was a book that I made, and I showed you guys how to use brown craft paper to personalize, decorate, recover books. And so I just used 2 of the adorable little flowers that were in that one. And the same day as we did that, I also showed you these 2. So this one says be transformed, be not conformed to this world, be transformed. And then we did that little bookmark. And then we also did this. And this is an all over big butterfly pattern stencil. And so this was the little grouping that I showed that day. Okay, back to Craft Club. This is just a cute little chalkboard that I have in my kitchen by my stove, and I just used white chalk paste on it. I'll leave that on it for a week or 2 more, and then I'll use something fallish, a stencil that's fallish, to decorate this. Okay, this might be my most favorite project of the whole month. I'm serious. Or this might be. I don't know. We did some good stuff. This is a pillow wrap. That I made to go on a pillow. Pillow wraps are something that you can get from MagnoliaDIY.com. They have Velcro on the back, so you can put them on a few different sizes of pillows, decorate them, and then swap it out season to season to season. And oh my gosh, I love this. I had no idea it would turn out so pretty. This was that same stencil. I just did it twice, here and here. And then I took apart some Dollar Tree flowers, reassembled them, glued them on here, and added my favorite, vintage mother of pearl buttons. And oh my gosh, I just absolutely love that. Okay, let's keep going. I also made, and I have more here. I have a huge pile still to show you. If you're liking getting all of these ideas and seeing what we've made and seeing if there's maybe a video or 2 that you want me to give you a link for. If you're liking that, then sprinkle. I would love that. That helps me a lot. This was a t-shirt that I made, and I did the inside of the sleeve. Let me show you. I did the inside of the sleeve, part of it, with the same stencil that I have on this one, which is called filigree leaf. And then you just roll it, and you end up with a cuff. Like mine is, this one's the opposite. This was stenciled on the outside of the sleeve, and then when you roll it up, you have a band of solid. But anyways, that was a super fun project. Oh my gosh, and this right here might be one of my favorites also. It's so hard. Oh my gosh. This is a jean jacket that I got recently at the Loft, which is my favorite place to buy anything, any apparel. And it was on sale, and I had a gift card or something. I think I ended up paying only $20 for it, and it's amazing. It's a great jean jacket. So I used that stencil on the back with some black ink. And did it not turn out so cute? It's been way too hot where I live in Georgia to even think about wearing a jacket, but I cannot wait to wear this fall. So I did the back, and then I did the front of the right sleeve, kind of just right above that cuff. So that was super fun. And I feel like there might have been one or two more things. But you can see, talking about Craft Club, that I did 8 projects. 8 projects with the stencil that came in Craft Club. Now I did have to have some other medium, some other colors of chalk paste and ink to keep going. But Craft Club is a great way, if you've never stenciled before, to give it a try, to learn, and you're going to learn different things to stencil on because every month it's totally different. It's always a wonderful surprise. And if you want this stencil that I made all these projects with, and you're watching live, then you would want to join my craft club, my Magnolia craft club, before the end of August 2023, because come September 1st or any time after, it will not be available. It's the stencils are exclusive to that month, and then they're gone. So let me know if you want info on craft club. Okay, let's keep going. This, I think, was my most viewed video tutorial of the whole last couple of months. And it was a surprise. I just never know what people are going to want to see. So I built this. What did I build it on? I'm trying to remember. On a paper plate, and then I covered that with felts on the back. And these are just book pages that are rolled up. I used some ink to distress the edges. I used a little bit of rope to create the center. And then I used a stencil from MagnoliaDIY.com to do the word autumn. Added a couple little buttons. This was almost a free project because I already had the book. These were old Reader's Digest book pages. So I love crafting with paper, with vintage sheet music, hymnals, vintage books, vintage dictionaries, vintage encyclopedias, and those kind of projects cost just about nothing. They're so economical. So this was a surprise that it did so good. I mean, it got seen by, I don't even know what it is now, 50,000 people or more. So, okay, we're gonna hop over here for a second and then back over here and grab these things. Okay, so these are so fun, and they remind me of my mother. So I don't know if you know, but MagnoliaDIY.com is doing the whole mushroom trend. So they created these adorable little shelf sitters and stencils that match. And I created this set. This totally looks to me like the 1970s, like the colors that my mother had in her kitchen when I was a little girl. So I created those shelf sitters. I also created these stuffies in black and cream that I put in here. And then, just to go a little bit crazy, a lot crazy, I made this banner, which this is just canvas duck fabric. That's it. It's really heavy. I got it at Crafters Warehouse in Boise, but you can get canvas duck everywhere. I used the adorable Magnolia stencils that are mushrooms, and then I made some little flags, or little pennants, or whatever you want to call these things. And I used a fall leaf all over pattern stencil to do the flags. And this is super cute, and it was practically nothing to create and super easy. So if you missed this video and you want to see it, just let me know, and I'll be glad to dig that out for you. Okay, let me find a little more room on my table because I have more to show you. I mean, I could keep going and tell you about every single craft I've ever made, but I'm kind of limiting it to like the last 2 months or so. Okay, yesterday during Christ and Crafting, we did a new kind of farmhouse wood looking creation. So we transformed these $2.50 Dollar Tree Plus canvases into something that looks like farmhouse crackled shiplap wood signs. And then this is what we talked about yesterday during Christ and Crafting. We talked about faith and the difference between saving faith and faith, which is basically just agreeing that something is true or accurate. So anyways, it was really good. That was the one that I made as the focus yesterday, but of course I didn't stop there. This was when I was practicing, because I always prepare way before I do a project, because I don't want to have a major flop or be making something that you guys aren't going to like or that's too complicated or difficult. So this was really my first try, and it might have been like one of the best. And then I made this. This one's very crackly. If you look at it close, it's more crackly than the other ones because I put the plaster paint over the black paint a little bit thicker. And you guys, I used a secret ingredient to create the crackles. And I don't know if I should tell you what it is here. I think I will. But let me know if you want to see this video. It was hairspray. I sprayed hairspray on the black paint that's underneath this, let that dry, and then I painted it a pretty thick coat on this one of plaster, Waverly paint, and let it dry. And when it was dry, it had developed those crackles. This was another one that I did because I could not stop. This is one of my favorite stencils from MagnoliaDIY.com. It's about God's righteous right hand. And I'm just going to read it to you because the print is small, but up close you can see it. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And I just love everything about that. This one said, "Faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains." That's a verse from the book of Matthew. And this one right here says, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." And it's from the book of Psalm. Okay, let's see. I have a few more to show you. And then I want to end with this. This was a fun project. You guys, these were tarnished silver platters that I got at Goodwill. The other one is underneath a whole pile of stuff, so I didn't dig it out. But I did something different. I painted it. This is white Waverly paint from Walmart. Then I used black chalk paste. Well, can't remember if this was chalk paste or paint, and a sponge to do that black distressing around the edges. And then I used something that's called a transfer, which is not a stencil. And by the way, all the people calling stencils transfers are technically wrong. A transfer is something that transfers from one sheet to another. This is a rub-on transfer. And but I don't care if you call them transfers. I just know that they're stencils and that this is what a transfer is. Anyways, and then we added some legs, and that was a fun project. Okay, and then, I guess that's not a project. This was a pretty project that we did too. This is that, "Be not conformed to this world, be transformed," which is from Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And I just used brown chalk paste to do that. Okay, and then the last thing I want to tell you about is I have a new affiliation. And I am an affiliate for multiple companies that I think you will like their craft supplies. So it's called Christian Craft Paper. And this was my first project that I ever made with anything from that company. I made this adorable little banner. These are wood flags that are decoupage. That's what the majority of their products involve. crafting decoupage with all kinds of beautiful papers and so forth. And these were napkins that have old hymns on them. And then I was getting creative. This was the little drawstring pouch that the wood flags came in. So I made it into a flag for the center and used some other supplies that came in my box to do that. So let me know if you want information, if you've not heard of it or seen it. This is the only one time I've done a project with them because I just got affiliated with them and I love that company. They're going to be great. Anyways, so let me know if you want a link to that video or if you would like information to go look at what they have to offer. And I am later today going to do another kit that they have. And this is how their little kits come. They're so nicely packaged. They had a lollipop in there, but I've already eaten. Oh, I didn't eat that one. Oh, I'll definitely eat it today. Usually get a sticker, some little doodads. This one comes with this little piece of paper that says a verse from 1 Peter, another sticker, and then this is 5 wood bookmarks. And you get wood beads, some little wood flowers, some jute, some pretty ribbon, and then you even get the decoupage sauce. 2 little things of it, a paintbrush, and then the napkins. So I'll be doing those later today. I love paper, I love books. I can always use bookmarks. And this is a cute and super affordable project. If you want to make a little something for some friends, if you're in a Bible study or a community group, or you want to make a little something for the Sunday school teachers or your pastor, or just for your friends, neighbors, workout buddies, whatever. This is a nice little kit from Christian Craft Paper that you can make gifts. And they have a lot of great projects, a lot, and then a lot of beautiful papers. So, all right, I'm sure you're sick of hearing me talk, but if you would sprinkle this video out to your peeps, I would really appreciate it. If you want to see a video, any one of these video tutorials for any of these projects that I've done, just tell me in the comments which one or which ones. I'll go grab those links. They're probably going to be YouTube links. Well, some of them will be YouTube links, some of them will be replays on Facebook. So if you want Totally Dazzled info, let me know. If you want Magnolia info, let me know. Or if you want Christian Craft Paper info, let me know. Okie dokie. A lot of these projects are almost free to do. Let me just mention that one thing. I do try to mix stuff up as much as possible, like this one, with just rolled sheets of paper. The pumpkins, any kind of scraps of fabric that you have laying around. These look super cute with old flannel shirts. I mean, there's so many different crafts here. Doing these candle garters that are super affordable. So, alrighty, well, you guys have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Be looking for info on all these things that I've shown. And I'm just looking at questions. Anyways, be looking for that. Let me know if you want to see a video of, just look at, like this. This was one of my favorites. If you missed this, or even if you just want to see it again, tell me. You can describe it. I'll know what you're asking about. And like I'm seeing, Dina says, link to paper sunflower. I know exactly what that is, and I will grab that for you. So just give me a few minutes to get that all going. And anyways, come back later this afternoon, like 3 or 4 probably, and we'll do this. My second project from the new company that I just got affiliated with called Christian Craft Paper. Alrighty. See you guys later. Thanks for joining me. wish me luck as I reincorporate a lot of these things back into my home decor or get them put away. All right. Thanks for watching.